Paris is full of culture, history, and love. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we share the things to know before you go to Paris. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit Paris. Paris is one of the most popular cities in the world, so planning your trip to avoid peak season is a must. Early December, January and February is the best time to visit Paris if you want to avoid the crowds. Plus, hotel prices are cheaper at this time. However, if you want some warmer weather, head to Paris from April to June or October to November. The weather is mild, but the crowds are less. July and August is peak season, so expect lots of tourists and very hot weather. So now let's look at getting there. There are a few ways to get to Paris depending on where you are travelling from. For those travelling from North America and many cities in Europe, the quickest and easiest option is to fly. Paris has 3 airports and each connect to the city via train or bus. If you are travelling from nearby cities in Europe, you could also take a bus or train to Paris instead. Eurolines connects all major European capitals to Paris International Bus Terminal, whilst Megabus and National Express offer cheap rates from London. The Eurostar train connects Paris with cities like London, Brussels, Calais, Cologne, Dusseldorf and Munich. Trains are also available from the Alps, Geneva, Italy, Barcelona, Berlin, Portugal and Vienna. So getting a train to Paris is a great option if you are travelling around Europe. So now let's look at getting around. If you are staying centrally, you will be able to walk and explore Paris by foot, especially in the spring or autumn months. Paris is becoming more and more cycle friendly with a growing network of cycling lanes. You can use the bike rental scheme in the city to rent a bike and ride between the attractions, using the docking stations to drop off your bike before heading into the attraction itself. No matter what time of the year you visit, the Paris Transit network is a great way to get around. The network consists of 2 systems, the metro and the regional train line known as the RER. These take you across the city, connecting you to most major sites, including some on the outskirts of the city. So now let's look at typical prices. Prices in Paris will vary greatly depending on the time of the year that you visit. Dorm beds begin at around €70, whilst private rooms in hostels begin at around €90. Whilst more luxurious 5-star hotels begin at €400. Mid-range hotel rooms in good locations start at €180. Simple breakfasts can be found for under €5, whilst fast food meals or a baguette with meat begins at €7. A sit-down meal can be found from €30 per person, but expect to pay more when eating in a Parisian restaurant, especially those near the major attractions like the Eiffel Tower. As one of the most popular cities in Europe, Paris can be expensive, but there are ways to save some money. Save money on transportation by sticking to the train or bus, and get yourself a pack of 10 tickets if you plan on travelling around the city a lot. Alcohol prices in Paris are expensive, especially in the Parisian cafes, so avoid this when possible or use the happy hours often available in hostels around the city. Take advantage of the free admission days in many of the museums, take a free walking tour of the city, and enjoy the free attractions as well. Get the Paris Museum Pass to save money and skip the line at the best museums in the city, or get yourself a city card to save money on attractions. We will leave both of these links in the description below. So now let's look at the best things to do. Paris has so many things to see and do. Firstly, you have to head up the Eiffel Tower, the iconic landmark of the city, before exploring the Louvre Museum. Although currently closed, you can see the exterior of the Notre Dame Cathedral before heading over to the Sacré-Cœur. The Montparnasse Tower Observation Deck is a great place to enjoy views of the city from above, as is the Arc de Triomphe. Visit the many gardens and parks in and around the city, but also take at least one day to enjoy Disneyland Paris. Watch this video to find out the 10 best things to do in Paris. Then to learn about the free things to do in Paris, watch this video. We hope you have a fantastic time and stay creative.